started in about 1 more minute. We're going to let some last minute people join in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Liza. I have been part of Hollywood Curling from the very early days, and now I'm helping make dedicated ice happen on behalf of Southern California Curling Center. My counterpart, Matt, is down in the parking lot showing you that view from outside, and we're really excited to give you guys a tour. So if you're just joining us, there's Matt. If you're just joining us, if you just heard about this today, if Instagram just told you to go live and you have no idea why, let me fill you in. We are so excited that as of April 15th, 2020, we signed a lease on this beautiful building that you're looking at down below me, 4545 Pacific Boulevard in Vernon, California, which is just south of downtown Los Angeles. And we could not be more over the moon about it. This has been a very, very long time coming. Myself and Matt, along with our fearless leader, Peter, we've been working on this for several years now. We've seen many, many buildings. We've gone through many negotiation processes, and finally, this one happened. So we're super, super excited. We're going to take you on a tour of this beautiful building. Matt, down below me, is going to take you on a little walkthrough. I'm going to try to talk to you about what you're seeing and what it's going to be. And then we're going to be joined by gold medalist John Schuster and Dynasty Curling's Colin Hodgson. And I'm going to have a little chat with them. Do ask us all your questions down below. I can kind of see them coming up, and I'll try to make a point of scrolling through on my own thing. And we'll go from there. If I don't get to your question, as I said at the beginning, if you hadn't tuned in yet, if I don't get to your question live, we'll make a point of trying to get to it afterwards. Okay, so welcome. As you can see, Matt is walking us right to the front doors. You can see there's downtown LA is out in the distance there. Some nice opportunities for branding on the front of the building. And as you come into the building, you'll be greeted by this nice little reception area, perfect for signing waivers if it's your first time in the building. Hopefully all electronic. This little room here is probably going to be a little pro shop in order to sell, you know, some great Dynasty Curling merchandise along with other supplies that you need out on the ice. Okay, that's a view from where Matt came in. And now he's going through that main hallway again, back past that reception area. If there's one thing this space appealed to us because it had was lots of these storage rooms. Okay, this room here, we're sort of seeing this as the potential for a really nice little boardroom / orientation. So imagine you're a new curler and you're coming in for your first learn to curl or maybe a corporate event. This is a really nice place to kind of get everybody on the same page and go through those safety notes and whatnot. It's also a great place for our board meetings to happen and other off ice things, maybe little seminars and workshops. This is the perfect room for that kind of thing. So as Matt takes you out this door, those stairs, I'm up there. I'm hiding up in one of the offices up there. We're doing the whole social distancing thing. So I'm isolated in some of the upstairs offices so that Matt can show you. So this little hallway shows you where the restrooms are, and that little door there is more than likely going to lead to our kitchen and bar area at the end of the hallway. All right, so here we go. This is what you guys really came here to see. We're going to show you guys how we get out to
storage room. That's what they really came to see.
Yeah, this is what they really came to see. A little storage room with a hot water tank. That's you guys can all go home now. You've seen the hot water tank. Nice little extra little bonus room on the side there. Might be a locker room or extra storage space there. We'll see what that becomes. Okay, and now are you ready? Here's one of the entrances out into the ice house. Ready? If you're at home, pat your knees, give me a little drum roll. And ta-da! Here is our warehouse. Sue Cassidy is just here for the bar tour. We'll get to that later. So here we go, you guys. See these white things on the ground? That is part of our ICEGRID technology from ISS. Okay, and those white marks on the ground, we've marked out where the 6 sheets of ice are going to be. So as you're looking at this space, there are 3 on this side that Matt is walking across. And as he goes to the other side of those columns, 3 more ice sheets on that side. Okay, this, of course, this is what you all came to see. You all want to see how the heck we're getting 6 sheets of ice in this beautiful warehouse. So you can see we've already laid down one of the PVC pipes that goes into that ISS technology, those ice grids. They're basically plastic sheets that you lay down, they click together. It's really ridiculously simple. It's huge. Yeah, I agree, Sue Cassidy. It's huge. That's what she said. Yeah, look at all the hearts coming in. I love it, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so off to the side here, we're talking about maybe some locker space. There's access to restrooms from this side of the building, which is really lovely. And then as we move over, see these windows right here? That's likely, we're talking about that being the location of our bar, being able to close that up, but also serve through. And oh, we're gonna be giving away some of those fun t-shirts later. So make sure that you guys sign up on our mailing list. I'm probably going to do one live giveaway today from our viewers, and then we're going to do another giveaway based on people who sign up on our mailing list at curling.la. Okay, and then as you can see, we've already started loading all our stuff. There's our banquet chairs. We got a great deal on some of those, so we've already got those in the house. And all those white stacks there, we've thrown some flags up over them. All of that, that is the IceGrid technology. We already have our 6 sheets worth of ice making gear. There's all the tubing that runs all the coolant through there. Need those shirts. Let me buy all that swag. You can go to curling.la and see some of our other t-shirt designs, and we'll work on getting some of those multicolored ones up on our website soon. So what do you guys think? Who's going to take the forklift for a drive? Very
this
nice.
would be the viewing area where we're standing on this side. Potentially, we're still looking at what that might be, but we'd be looking down from here and watching curling. Just imagine it.
Imagine you're looking through the glass and you're watching 6 sheets of curling happening. I know, it is going to be amazing to have DI in SoCal. I agree, Branna. So obviously lots to do, you guys. This is going to be a process that takes a little bit. Oh, don't you worry, Brett. We're thinking of those ice makers. We'll make sure that they have lots and lots of usable space to do their stuff. How wide is each sheet? Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. 15 feet was what we were going for?
Yeah, we have the way the columns are spaced out. It allows us to go really nice wide sheets. And I think it's very important now to have as wide sheets as possible going forward. So we're going to try to do that.
Especially once our stones get redone, we want that action with those stones, and we want that nice wide playable sheet because we want some of the pros to want to come out and play with us just as much as anywhere else. All right. Well, hey, I think it would be really cool right about now. I mean, you guys have seen the bulk of it. There's lots of extra little storage rooms. Will there be room on the side for dance party action? Matt, can you go back to where all of the ISS gear is currently stored? So see this area over here, you guys? That is going to be the bulk of our warm room area, our banquet area. That's going to be the large socializing area where you can take your drinks and whatnot, okay? So some of that space happens behind the sheet for viewing, and then more of it is out there so that when we do big events and when we are all allowed to come back together and be social again, because I don't know about you, but I'm dying for that to happen, when we can, that whole space there becomes sort of an extended banquet area. And just imagine Bonspiels, when we're allowed to all be together again, we all get to party right over there. So yeah. So Mr. John Schuster is going to join us at some point here. John, if you are around and you want to ask to join, I will add you to our feed. How big is the bar? Big enough for you. Big enough for you, James, I promise. Looks amazing. Can't wait to spiel there. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. For those of you who don't know, this has been a labor of love. We've been working on this. We first embarked on this with Hollywood Curling. Oh, Schuster, you did request. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll get you added. We embarked on this, Matt, what was it, back in 2014 or 15?
2015, really in earnest, but we've been thinking about it for even longer, but yes.
Schuster, you might have to ask me again because I can't figure out how to get you added.
I'm going to drop off here to give him some space, and we'll see you guys afterwards.
Thank you, Matt. We'll get Matt to come back. If you guys have anything that you're particularly wanting to see, let me know. And when we get Matt to come back, we'll get him to take a look at any particular area that you guys are interested in. Prom dress night. Oh yeah, you know it. Rose will be all over that one. All right, so Schuster, if you can, go ahead and ask to join again. Thank you, Jerry. I assume that's Jerry from Curling Zone saying, great work, Liza and Matt. It could also be Rory, hard to say. All right, here we go. Schuster, now I can get you in here. Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day up here in northwest Wisconsin. So
it looks like it.
Yeah, we're spending it outside.
Very, very nice. Well, eventually you'll be able to come all the way here when your weather is not so nice and do what you do even with our sunny weather.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we got John involved in this process. He's such a great ambassador for the sport, especially since winning that beautiful gold medal for the U.S. in 2018. And, you know, John, what was it about? I mean, there was a really brilliant article that came out yesterday. World Curling Federation posted a really awesome article about how it came to be. You had some really awesome things to say about us. Thank you for your kind words. But maybe you can just tell our viewers, what was it about curling in Southern California that appealed to you?
Well, that answer is easy. You know, the first time that I joined you guys back in 2009, when I came down for the media summit and I popped into one of your guys' open houses, I saw how special the group of people in the core of your club was. And from that moment on, you know, I gravitated toward, you know, joining you guys any possible chance I got when I was down in LA and making sure we met up anytime I saw you guys were traveling somewhere where I was going to be at or near. And yeah, so seeing your guys' passion and dedication over the years in getting this project done made it be something I wanted to be involved in as much as possible. So, you know, you guys have always supported all the teams that, you know, every team in the United States and especially the teams that I've been playing on. And, you know, I'm just really excited to get a chance to support you guys and to be a part of this 15-year process that's finally coming to
Yes,
fruition for you guys. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, we have a long way to go, but when we finally get, you know, ice in that house and everybody's allowed to socialize again, we want you out here making sure that you get you and your team and, you know, come throw some rocks that are in our house.
Oh, it's going to be not a once a year commitment. I'm going to be there multiple times during the year.
Sweet.
So
Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. And you know, if there are other questions, guys, we'll try to tag Schuster in your comments and get him to answer. I'm going to say bye to Schuster, and I'm going to see if we can get Colin on in just a moment. Hey, John, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Absolutely. That was an awesome tour. Thank you so much for guiding us.
Hey, I don't know. If it weren't for COVID-19, I don't know if we would have thought to do it, but I'm so glad we did.
It's awesome. So not COVID-19, the tour.
Right. Yeah. Stay safe,
all right.
Stay healthy.
Sounds good. I'll X off here now.
Okay. All right. So now that he is gone, I'm going to invite Colin Hodgson to join us. And so for those of you who don't know Colin is the founder of Dynasty Curling. Many of us on this live stream, I'm sure, have worn Dynasty jerseys over the years. Hi, Colin.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. It's
Good.
not so nice here in Canada. We have sleet.
Sleet.
If someone doesn't know what sleet is, which is possible, it's a mixture of snow and rain falling from the sky. So it's not as nice of a day here as I'm sure it is in California. So that's probably the reason why I like coming down and curling there.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the first reasons, is palm trees and curling I think go well together.
Well, and you're also a golfer. I know that about you. So that doesn't...
Yeah. Well, the first time I came down there, I got to golf on a Frank Sinatra course with Mike Harris.
Nice.
So there's lots of good reasons to come down and curl in LA.
One of the times that Colin came down to SoCal to curl with us, I am responsible for Colin getting one of the worst sunburns of his entire life. That was gnarly.
That was all of us. There was Bumpy, so it was Christopher Svay, and Oscar Erickson
and Christopher Sundgren.
Right, Crippa. Yeah, we all got the worst burns of our entire life.
Yeah.
I had to take a flight home 2 days later too, so that wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah, they all slept on my floor or spare beds or whatever in my house. It was a party. So, Colin, I have a question for you. What did you think of that tour we just did? Did you get the chance to see it all?
I think Sue Cassidy put it best when she said it's huge. That's not something I hear very often in my life, and it's always really good. It's really good to see that. That doesn't look like just like a makeshift curling facility. This looks like a legitimate world-class type facility, and I'm really excited to get down and curl there. Obviously, as soon as I can make it down, I'll be there and help match your rocks for you. I think that's probably a good idea.
Hey, I will take it. You bet. So I have a question for you, to sort of talk about current world state of where we're all at. Everybody's hunkering down at home, and obviously the future of sports for next season is really up in the air. But I have a question for you about the growth of curling in the U.S. You're a business owner and you work in the business of curling. You outfit all of the professional teams and amateur teams alike in really amazing jackets and jerseys and other gear. Why is it important to you that curling really succeed and grow and do well in the United States?
I think curling is moving away from Canada. It's becoming more international, and there's kind of three really emerging markets right now. One obviously is the United States, and John's win there really helped out with that. Obviously, with all the stories of all the clubs, especially in non-curling locations all over the U.S., which has been great. This is a good one, yeah. So there's that. Japan and China also, and Korea are really, really putting on some world-class events as well. So I think curling is going to be not as much or have as much Canadian influence in the future. So building it, closer to us for Canadians significantly makes a difference. So I could see a lot of us Canadians coming down and playing in the U.S. and that's really going to change things. Having a Grand Slam in Vegas next year, that's just the start of it. So hopefully we'll get all those Hollywood people and Los Angeles curlers coming out to that event, and we'll be, if we can find a way to make it work, I think we might even be in Phoenix before or afterwards for another event. So we might be, in that area of the United States for up to a month, which would be pretty cool to be curling locations like that rather than very, very remote small town locations where traditionally it's been. So this is very exciting.
Well, and certainly you don't even have to be a pro to really look forward. If you're coming from a colder climate, how much more exciting is it to think about taking, a vacation in January to Phoenix or to Los Angeles or to a warmer climate to play a bonspiel? You don't even have to be a pro to see the benefits of going there over somewhere kind of cold. Not to steal from all of our cohorts down here, but we've been hearing for years, why do you do your bonspiel in the summer? We want to come down in the winter when it's freezing up where we are.
I think there's a huge benefit too, that generally, from what I can understand, and a lot of the curling seasons happen in the summer as well, in the United States, especially in warmer climates, because it's harder to get the hockey ice during hockey season. So I think that's a benefit too, for sure, that, we can almost have year-round curling now. We don't have to make it a season anymore. We should be able to separate it and maybe make it easier for everybody to do it. So whether you're pro or not, I think one of the biggest differences too in the United States compared to Canada and maybe even some other countries is the recreational side of it. I think Americans are doing an incredible job of creating, a really good atmosphere that's entirely, fun. It's welcome for all. Those are the things that we need in our sport. And that's the vibe that I've always got from Hollywood curling. So, when I was asked to help with the World Curling Federation article that came out the other day, and if you haven't read it, take a read, because it really gives you a good idea of who Liza and Matt and everybody at Hollywood curling. There's so many. I think it just shows the type of people everybody is down there. And, you know, I appreciate it. And that's why I wanted to be an advocate and help out and do whatever I can in you know, a limited way. There's only so much I can do from up here, but, you know, these people are really great to work with. And I think they're going to build something huge down there. And they already have. This is pretty incredible. I'm so excited.
Thank you. We are excited too. And you are part of the family. So anytime you walk in these doors, I'll buy you a beer.
I'd love to make some really cool California curling swag too, and get it in there. I think Dynasty has got to take a little bit of time and effort to make some really
we
neat
need some really sweet jerseys
items.
and jackets, man.
Make them available to people.
For sure.
Holy cow,
for
there's
sure.
a comments in here.
Keep watching.
You do love you too, man.
Both of our sites because it's coming. All right, dude, I'm going to let you go. We're going to go back to Matt, who's going to show you a little bit more in the warehouse. Haji, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon, buddy. All right, you guys. So Matt, hopefully you're still on and watching and you want to join in, and we'll show you guys any last things that you guys want to see. All right, Brett Jackson asks the question of the century. COVID aside, when do you think the facility will be ready for curling? Well, this is a two-part question. Okay, let's pretend that COVID is not part of this whatsoever. You know, we already have all of the ice making gear. We purchased that quite some time ago, knowing that we were looking for a facility with 6 sheets. We specifically chose the city of Vernon for a number of different reasons. So if you don't know LA geography, Vernon is a very industrial city just south of Los Angeles. Obviously, the location of being really close to downtown LA has its perks, but the city of Vernon, particularly the city council here, has been exceptionally welcoming and willing to help make it happen. Why is that relevant to this? Well, I'm getting there. Generally speaking, working within the city of Los Angeles or some of the other municipalities that we looked into here, such as Burbank, Glendale, and Gardena and some other ones, working within the city of LA can be really, really prohibitive in terms of time. You sign your lease on a rental and you could be 9 months or more in the process of just trying to get plans approved. The city of Vernon is already working with us to expedite that so much faster. So that was a big part of why it was so important to us. We're talking about shaving months off of that process. So where we're at right now is that our contractors are doing the final quote for us. They gave us preliminary quotes. We signed the lease about 2 weeks ago, and they're doing the final plans and the final quote for us so that we can start submitting that to the city. If all goes well and we don't have too many corrections from the city, and if we weren't dealing with a pandemic, we would absolutely be trying to open up well in time for a fall season. Okay, so that's pretty exciting and pretty aggressive. We would be trying to open up sometime, soft opening sometime this summer. Now, a pandemic means that there are no promises, and there is absolutely nothing sure about that right now. What you can see in the very, very back part of this huge building is that we intend to take some of that space in the very back and sublease it. And so we already have some people coming through and touring it in order to sublease about 15,000 square feet in order to help lighten our financial burden during this time. And we have some backup plans just in case it takes longer than we think. So in a perfect non-COVID world, the longest answer to your question ever, in a perfect non-COVID world, we would be open July or August. Pandemic might throw some wrenches in the works, and it's probably likely that when we open that there's going to be some modifications to how many people we can have in the building or how we structure our draws and bonspiels. Obviously, this year is very up in the air in terms of how it's all going to work, but I can promise you we are going to be here when everything reopens and you guys can all come out of your houses and we can all squint in the sunshine and we can all be together again. We are going to be here and we are going to help you guys rebuild your social lives. And, you know, we're doing everything we can. We got plans B, C, D, E, F, G, trying to make sure Socially distanced mixed doubles. Yeah, Hannah, I think mixed doubles is going to be way more popular next season, not just for us, but for all clubs. Mixed singles, yeah. Rose, Butts of Curling, if you can explain that one to me, I'd love to know how mixed singles works. I think it's also called practice.
So one of the fun things about this is we're going to get all this Hollywood curling memorabilia up on display for the years we've been curling and been, going to events and hosting events. You saw our posters. We got some banners, stuff at the ice station still. It's going to be really kind of, even though it's going to be a new building, we're going to have a good, decade, 12 years of history to on display, which is going to be really nice.
And one of our members, Rose, has stored all of this shit in her garage for years. And the poor girl finally gets her garage back. So that's why some of it is all there. Yeah, Haji, your handprints. We always, with our celebrity curlers, we would do Hollywood Walk of Fame style handprints. Those will be put up in the building for sure. And David says, do you think we can crop Fred there? Always crop Fred. Always crop Fred. All right, you guys, I've been trying to keep an eye on the comments. If I haven't answered your comment, feel free to hit me up one more time here before we go. If not, we'll try to get you later. Oh, Matt came armed with, that is not spray can, it is beer.
We're close now to a lot of LA breweries. So Boomtown had a special release this weekend that we nabbed for this little walkthrough. So you'll get to experience a lot of those different places around where this facility is too, which is nice.
All right, you guys. So randomly, I've just gone ahead and chosen a viewer to win a t-shirt. And Emily Quello, if you are still on, Emily Quello, you are the proud recipient of one of these lovely t-shirts. Message us and we'll make sure that we can get something out to you. If you want a chance to win one of these awesome logo t-shirts, and how awesome is our logo? Shout out to Matt. And Matt, who is the guy that designed our logo with us?
Brooks Freeman. He's a guy out of Winnipeg. He did Team McEwen's logo. He did a bunch of cool curling logos. Highly recommend if you're looking to get something customized for your team, for your club, for your business. He was good. He was fast. He took good notes and he delivered. And I think we're really happy with it. So definitely check him out. I know Haji's worked with him on some stuff. So highly recommend. I think we had a question about insulation. We're working with a cold storage company here in Vernon called Hanson. They're experts in this. They're gonna help us get the insulation that we need to keep curling pristine in this environment. Right now it's pushing 80, which isn't bad for LA, but we're gonna be well insulated.
All right, you guys. So if you also want a chance to win one of those cool t-shirts, here's what you have to do. Go to curling.la and sign up on our mailing list, and we'll be randomly choosing somebody from our mailing list tonight to win one of those t-shirts. I'll take all the Curling LA logo gear. Well, anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to see more stuff like this, send us a message. We'd love to see how you guys want to participate in these kinds of things. If you've got some great ideas, obviously, we're going to try to keep you in the loop via social media as we progress down in the ice house and as we make it through some of our milestones in getting the ice built. And obviously, we're going to be keeping an eye on all of those requirements for everybody getting back to life as usual. So lots of love to all of you. Good curling. Thank you, Matt, downstairs. Thank you, John Schuster, for joining us. Thank you, Colin, for your wonderful insight. And thank you all for coming along on our little walkthrough today. Bye.